Thank you, Speaker. Parliament Hill is now cleared. Most of the charges in Ottawa involve trespassing and mischief. Tow truck operators already were compelled to help authorities before the Emergency Act. Our borders were cleared prior to the never-before-used law being activated. Organizations like the Canadian Civil Liberties Association tell us that the government isn't limiting the act to just Ottawa. It applies universally across the country. It does not target just one specific protest and applies to every single Canadian. So going forward, Speaker, how often does the Prime Minister plan to use the tool of last resort as a tool of first resort?
The Honourable Minister of Emergency Preparedness.
Mr. Speaker, I think even the member opposite would acknowledge that when we see the type of criminality taking place on the streets of Ottawa, when we see the attacks on our critical infrastructure and cutting off vital supply lines into this country, that constitutes an emergency because of the harm committed against our country and our citizens. And Mr. Speaker, we are prepared to do what is required, and we're working very closely with law enforcement, Mr. Speaker, who have the important task of restoring the rule of law to our streets and protecting our citizens and our critical infrastructure. And we will only use those measures as long as they are required.